Hi guys, so I wanted to show you the main problem right now with the HDMI display. So here you can see, and also someone suggested that I have to ground the foil in both PCB. Previously I was only testing with ground from one PCB, but even though this flat flex cable also provides ground from this PCB to that PCB. Let's see how it goes with the suggestion. So first we will plug the normal way with the PCB. As you can see, my desktop there. I can show you one, maybe, yeah, here you can see the Arduino. Yeah, yeah. Now let's put it here, then connect it to first display. I know this looks janky, but I have to test it somehow. So this is my method right now. I don't want to order a new PCB just to test this thing. Okay, now the HDMI is detected on my PC, but nothing shows up here. Let's ground from this file with this PCB and another in this PCB. Nothing. You see some flickering on the screen, but nothing happening here. I'm clearly scratching this foil. Yeah, I tested with my multimeter if the foil will have any connectivity issue or like a connective surface or not. Yeah, these have a clear connection between the foil surface, but nothing is happening here. Even I touch my ground, nothing with the HDMI. So there's nothing happens. But if I disconnect this and connect to my this PCB, and it worked. Today's sponsor is PCBway. They have PCB printing services starting from $5. You can order 10 PCBs in 9 different colors here. They also have 3D printing service, which is very reasonable. Go to the third section of the website and click 3D printing service and add your own STL file. Choose materials and other features and get a price. Check out their 3D printing service and PCB printing service from the video description below. So only thing I have left to do is making a flat flex PCB like this one. So this is you can see here it's only one layer, then here is 2-layer PCB, and this pores material, you can see that is the ground plane, so it has 2 layers. So I have to design something like this that will have one ground plane in the bottom and one plane is, or one layer is the signal layer. So here in the previous video I showed you this cable. This is only single layer and this doesn't have any bottom layer as a ground plane. So at the bottom of the layer I need a ground plane to control the impedance, and here you can see that with the ground plane it's much more thicker. Here is more flexible, same as this one. And here, because there is a ground plane and more copper here, so it's not that flexible here. So it won't be like this, so I have to design something looks like this, long, but using this kinds of material or process. So this don't have any impedance control. So here I also tried with the copper tip. I thought it will be similar with this one because there is a ground layer and this is the ground layer, and same way I tried to connect this layer with the ground pin with this one, but it didn't work. So I'm doubting should I make a PCB, flexible PCB with the ground plane with the impedance control or not. And here is there is also no impedance control because it's just a straight line. The loose lines are not copper, I think, and also they are not impedance controlled. Yeah, so only thing left to do is to design a flexible PCB like this one that we have here. I'm just talking about this part, nothing about display, just this part. Then design something like this that will have lines, 40 pin connector. And so I wanted to show you the display PCB here, and here is the TFP401. so that converts HDMI signal that is coming from this, that is connected to the main PCB, and that is connected to this. It goes to here, as you can see the traces, that is the HDMI. Then it goes to the 40 pin TFT panel, and this is 4.3 inch TFT panel. You can also use 5 inch TFT panel. This is 4.3 inch, and also you can have a touch screen. Here you can see, because of this line, there is a touch screen on top, and touch is controlled by the ESP32 that is in main PCB. This is the backlight module, and this takes the battery voltage and boost it to 26 or 23 volt. And this is just for testing. This won't be here or be populated. You don't need to populate this. Just for testing, I kept a footprint of HDMI so I can test if everything is working or not. So this is the EPROM for edit, and that contains all the display information about like what's the resolution and how many, or what's the capability of the display. And you also have to flush it using this I2C, and here you have SD, SCL, and ground, and 3 volt and everything. And here you can see the new pixel, same as version 4. Other than that, nothing is happening in the display PCB. It's a 2-layer PCB. 2-layer board only costs $5, and you can get 5 PCB, and you can order it from PCBway, so it's really cheap. So that's why I went with the 2-layer. Other than that, nothing else I wanted to show here in the display PCB. So only thing that is remaining, or the blockade for the whole project, is the HDMI connection through one PCB to another. So if you guys know or have any knowledge about like how or it will work or not if I make a flexible PCB and try to pass the HDMI from one PCB to another, it will work or not. I saw a product from Adafruit that have a HDMI in one end, and another end is also HDMI, and in between the HDMI connection is going through a FPC. That is a black FPC, so I don't know what's happening there. If you guys have any idea or any suggestion for me to try out, or if you guys think or have any thoughts about making a FPC by myself to see if it will work or not, yeah, let me know and comments down below, and hopefully see you guys in next video. Bye.